Because there's no event going on. Kind of a bummer. Oh well. There's a Medusa that I could shoot home bad, but not right now. Anyways, let's cycle everyone quick as we can. So I've already done 2 characters. Hyrana, who is the one I actually had in the contest, and Kelron, who I just switched to for the fights. So let's cycle in everyone else. Oh, I actually do need to do the hype hand alert on this character. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's like some of my characters still have the old vigilance thing. I'll jump in here quick. Yeah, I know, that left the quick queue. Got the buzz off title. Hang on a second. Did it not actually give me the whole thing? So, popped legacy floater message buzz off. Oh, come on. Okay, that's there. Good. Run. I am still queued, it's just that it's not showing it to me while I'm in here. And in order to accept the queue, I need to get out in like 15 seconds. Got it, just barely. Now for the massacre. Let's begin.
I will hold the portal open as long as I can. Hurry and stop him.
You are too late, foolish heroes. The celestial dragon has granted me its blessing.
Now you shall bear witness to my ascension!
Alright, you get on. Let's go. Okay, someone is serious about murdering everything. Fine then. Yeah, one of those builds where it's the human blender. Might as well spam the attack to shoot everyone in firing range, because no point not to. Single target attacks, why bother?
With the power of the dragon's eye, I'll be all but unstoppable. After I deal with you, I will conquer Millennium City and bring its heroes to their knees.
Okay, so, someone needs to ring the bell. Okay, need is probably a strong way of putting this, but it's somewhat useful if someone rings the bell. Okay, apparently I don't have any 100-foot attacks. That's a bummer. Is Spider Bot's immune to the karma mechanic? If so, good. Okay, so my number 2 attack actually has lower range than my energy builder. I get to see my spider in the cutscene.
No!
Fun.
This cannot be! I was to be the greatest sorcerer! The world was to be mine!
Such power was not for one such as you. Thank you for subduing him. He would have torn the earth and sky asunder with such power. Let us take him back to our world, and I will seal the gateway behind us.
Okay. Let's see. I don't think anyone got anything interesting. Eyeballs. Regular junk. Did not give me a particularly good score, which, given the fact that I wasn't able to use my hardest hitting attack at any point in the mission, yeah, that tracks. Hi, Pan. I was literally spamming something that I actually have in my build as a debuff applier. Alright, and that finished Vigilance. One more character who is completely done with Vigilance. So, I figured out that exiting the theater, as soon as it started popping the perk, while it didn't display the perk messages normally, it did actually give me the perk, apparently. It just didn't go through all of the messages telling me it did. Alright. Now to get the rest of my guys in. Okay. Hey, yeah, there's that person that I logged in next to. Also cycling characters, I take it. Okay. Ah, yes. I see Milky likes to spam Gigavolt. Kind of fun, I suppose. Okay, so this character apparently finished the old thing, so moving on. I don't actually remember if Xingxin or Nelko did. I noticed Lautna hadn't, but whatever. Well, this character apparently finished the old Vigilance already, so moving on. I haven't seen anything in the Cosmic Chat. As I remember they talked about doing Ido during the CC, which kind of annoyed people, and that was the only thing I've heard in Cosmic HQ Chat. Okay, so Pyrana would normally be number 6, but I already did her. So, 7th would be Snoska. Who is at Kiga? So, this would be why no one's doing Kiga. Kiga has almost 2 hours left on his timer. That's why. And I don't remember why I logged out here. So there were people who did actually buy some of the snowballs and other junk I put up, but most of them just sat there. Okay. What? You mean the timer for Kiga? Well, that was before Kaiserin added a bunch of cool special rewards or something. I actually never did it back then because it was kind of unimportant. There's just like no real benefit to it. But yeah, I did actually make more female characters than male. Oh well. I just come up with character concepts that just work better as female characters more often than male. But, whatever. Okay, so, why am I here again? I genuinely don't remember. I vaguely remember I came here to look at something, but I'm still here. You know what? The quick way to get to the Powerhouse Theater is actually to sidestep through my penthouse. Yeah. Some of my characters are things that I created for out-of-universe reasons. Like this character, I was actually building a costume so that I could use it as part of something that I posted to the Marvel Avengers Alliance fanfic fandom site. Because back when that game was in its heyday, there was actually a lot of people who made fan creations that they wanted to build stats for in the Marvel Avengers Alliance game. So I used Champions Online to create a costume for a character that I was doing a write-up for. And that would actually be this costume that I'm currently using right now. Then later on, I decided to make a costume that is that stone angel in front of the High Apostolic Church. But then I decided, like, okay, so this is the stone angel in the inactive state, the way it actually, you know, looks when you go to the High Apostolic Church, or a reasonable replica. And then I decided, like, okay, so what would that look like as a more, you know, lively, active version? And came up with this, which has the glowing tights and fun things like that. And yeah, I actually have a different aura for the angel costume. Oh yeah, also there's this. One of those times when I was making a costume for a TTRPG, and I'm not even playing that particular character anymore, but I still have the costume sitting around, so why not? Why is my character... Okay, now she switches back to the default stance. Anyways, moving on. I've actually done that with several characters. I just like make an alt costume so that I can create a look that I have in my head for some reason or other. Okay, so that character was 2019. Also 2019. Yeah, it used to be... Well, I mean, Champions is based on a TTRPG. The Champions setting started as a series of TTRPG books. The devs actually wanted to because of the fact that I'm not sure why they decided to make a second superhero MMO when they already had City of Heroes. Maybe they knew something the rest of us didn't. I don't know. Oh yeah, this guy. I intentionally made a costume to look like a road rover. Why? Because dog head, and you know, the way the dog head's shaped reminds me of the road rovers. Anyways, that's actually not his original costume. Nope, that's not his original costume either. One of those is set up to use the original costume. I don't really feel like figuring out which one. Okay, so let's see here. 2020, 2021, early 2020. Yeah, it used to be that the Defenders National Training Program was twice a year. At least, you know, when it was first introduced, it was twice a year. That lasted all of about 2 years, I think. Then it switched to once a year, and they haven't had one yet this year. This is actually just one of those things where I made a concept for a nemesis and decided that I liked the concept enough to use it as a player character. thing with this one, though, is that I actually came up with 2 different nemesis that were nearly the same. I am going to double check and make sure I have my build set right because... Okay, build 1. Okay, so this is actually just a blue variant of the current costume. I don't remember why I decided to do a blue variant. Roll equipment powers, because I actually just don't actually alt like that. Okay, so build 2 is the police officer uniform. Why? I just felt like it, honestly. Okay, update. Some characters I just... Okay, that's the current costume. And that's actually the current build. Yeah, same costume. In case you're wondering, this is a quest item. Do I remember why I... It's some quest you do related to the dogs in... Well, see, if you looked at the character creation dates of the characters I looked at, fall was traditionally one of the times they would have it. Usually it was like April and then September or somewhere around there. But the ones where they only had one, those were... Okay, I don't actually have the Ice Angel costume. Huh. This is one where they had like an under the sea theme thing, so I decided to go with the idea of making an angelfish costume. Except it's all blue. Which might actually be what gave me the idea to do the other one. Alright, well, okay. Switch to build 5. Now, change costume. See, Haruel Fish, that's the last one. Caracal. This one is actually a completely different nemesis to Haruel. Yeah, that was intentional. I intentionally put the zombie transform on this because the fact that the idea for Caracal was that she was... she's a nemesis because she's forced to be so, not because she wants to, and that she was originally an angel who got corrupted and turned into a zombie being. Which, yeah, is why you can see bones sticking out and stuff. I was thinking about making her a separate character, then I realized just how similar she is to Haruel in that she's a corrupted angel. And actually uses a similar power set, so I decided, like, you know what, I'll just merge the 2 characters. Also, is that in the case of Caracal, it's like you will notice that she uses quite a few of the same costume parts too. Like, has the same headdress and the same chest plate. That was actually part of the reason why I decided to merge the 2 characters, is that it's kind of sort of like differently corrupted versions of the same character. Which, you know, maybe you could headcanon it that the blue version is the original one. I don't know. Honestly, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I just made the blue one because I was wondering how cool it would look, I think. Anyways, moving on. Next character. Well, I mean, you know what? You're literally making up your own character. Explaining your character's backstory, whether it makes sense to other people or not, I mean, it's still your character's backstory. See, in an actual TTRPG campaign, you need to worry about things like whether or not it meshes with the world that the GM is playing in. That is an important thing because of the fact that it needs to fit the universe. You can't just create a character that's a Star Trek character and play them in Champions and have it make sense, as the saying goes. But, you know, other than things like that, just, you know, make up anything that makes sense in the universe. Like this character. The character concept here is someone who is psionic melee, which, yes, okay, the basic psionic melee concept was kind of sort of inspired by Psylocke in the X-Men stuff. But the way the character looks is actually more inspired by Tron. And uses that sort of like net warrior aesthetic rather than anything you would see in the X-Men. Although some of the X-Men characters have some pretty weird costumes. Oh, another character who has a bunch of auction lot expired thingies. Whatever. Oh yeah, alternate costumes. Did I do anything in this character that interesting? Well, yes, actually. I guess I did 3 of them. This one. If I remember right, the idea behind this one was the main character from Final Fantasy 13. I think I was trying to recreate the main character from Final Fantasy 13. This, why do I have that giant gear sword as the set heavy weapon for this character? Should not be the gear sword. This character was created as a costume contest entry. The costume was something related to Chinese New Year, so I came up with a Chinese magician. And for the New Year thing, I decided to like use snowflake emblems. Well, I mean, like the Final Fantasy 13 2 and 3 had her younger sister as the main character for a large part of them or something. I didn't actually play them. I spent more time watching music videos that people made using the game cinematics. Anyways, edit costume. The heavy weapon should be the staff. Okay, so I currently have the G as her heavy weapon of choice. Martial arts melee weapon is a pistol sword? Oh, that doesn't make any sense at all. Telekinetic blade weapon is also the pistol sword. So why did it use the giant gear sword when doing the transform animation? Or did that just like it didn't unload that? I don't know. Weird. Whatever. Oh yeah, this one. The Spider Cat costume. Why did I come up with this idea? Because of the fact that in Marvel Comics, you think I should recolor the snowflakes gold. Oh. You know, aesthetically that would actually work. I actually made them gold trimmed as it is because I thought that the gold just looked good. Also, technically, this is actually the same costume prop as this here. That is actually the same shield. It's just that I have the main bulk of the shield set to be invisible, so that all it shows you is the logo. Well, you actually have the right idea. It's based on the whole like neogenic nightmare story from Spider-Man, where he turns into this giant monster thing called the Man Spider. Well, I was just thinking, it's like, okay, so an alternate universe where Spider-Man has a daughter with the Black Cat, and the Black Cat inherits a combination of her two parents' abilities. So she has certain cat-like traits, but also has the ability to turn into this spider monster form that, you know, has certain cat-like traits. And yes, the whole point of the blue things is to have more than 2 eyes. Because, you know, that's actually one of the things of the man spider, is that the man spider actually has a bunch of extra eyes. Oh yeah, this was actually Jitnix's original costume. It has the same general vibe as the current one she uses. It's just less sophisticated or refined, I guess you could say. Same base costume. I don't think I actually had these psionic wings when I originally created the character, and the hair I know is something that wasn't even in the game yet when I originally created the character. The psionic clothing to go over the tights, I don't remember when I added that. Yeah, well. But like the whole idea of like a psionic super soldier kind of character, yeah, the whole like psionic armor aesthetic just made sense to me. Anyways, now to finish cycling through everyone so that I can get the perk for the costume contest. Only 2 characters left. And yeah, this is a character and someone who's based on that particular character's nemesis. This is something that's based solely on a character design that exists only in my own head. I never actually even did a physical write-up for this character prior to doing this. The idea here is that in a Star Trek-like setting, you have a bunch of people who are humans, but, you know, with weird X-Men-like mutations that make them different from humans as we know them. And certain of said humans have the ability to take on a skeletal appearance. Well, this particular one, because she doesn't like being stuck in skeletal form, or well, she finds herself getting stuck in skeletal form and can't just shift in and out of it at will. So she made this like suit so that she has a thing so that she doesn't look like a skeleton walking around all of the time. Well, not entirely like a skeleton. Thing is, it's like an actual person. It's not some cybernetic monstrosity. Yeah, anyway. It's one of those character concepts where explaining the idea of the character takes way longer than is practical. Because of the fact that explaining that it's actually an organic life form that just has the ability to take on the appearance of a metallic skeleton. Weird concept for a start, and you add in the non-standard concept of clothing that this character has. Yeah, that gets even weirder. Anyways, because of the fact that that character came out kind of sort of looking like a Terminator, I got the idea of just like making a Terminator as her nemesis. And then 2 years later, for one of the DNTP things, I decided to just make an actual Terminator as a character. So we get T889. Why T889? Because in Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the model of Terminator seen most often is the T888. So this is T889 plus 1. Well, no, see, the tubes are not meant to be organic. The tubes are just meant to be some sort of weird sci-fi nonsense technology that looks weird. And because it's not actually made out of metal, it's made out of some bizarre sci-fi oh yeah, that's right. I should show you what his nemesis is. I'm actually done doing all of the characters through the thing anyways. Everyone has gotten the title, so go do something, not jumping into the Powerhouse Theater now. This character I never really made any real proper alternate costumes for. I hadn't come up with any ideas I liked yet. His only actual alternate costume is something that was for the randomized costume character contest. Anyways, so this was my nemesis for this particular character. I'm sure you can guess what the inspiration of this nemesis was. Seems obvious, hey? Which, yeah, you know, I mean, it's basically the most obvious way of doing this particular character concept imaginable. If I remember, I don't actually remember which specific movie or TV show version I was using as the inspiration for the costume. Might have been the original. Also, that name is not in the restricted names list because it's not from Marvel Comics or DC Comics. Most of the things in the restricted names list are either Marvel Comics characters or DC Comics characters, which is something that's a holdover from City of Heroes because Marvel and DC got annoyed about the fact that people were making clones in City of Heroes, and if I remember right, that's what it was anyways. Ugh. Anyway, it's time to go do something. I mean... Wait, I already have the Hype Hand one active. Okay, that's like 2 months old now. Whatever. How did I get this many copies of Courier Orders? Shard of Shining Darkness. I think those are something from downtown in Millennium City. Those are one of the Hunter Patriot missions in Canada. Again, this literally says it's a part of a Hunter Patriot mission in the description. Reggie! Fun fact about the tutorial. You do the side mission to rescue Reggie, and then you can just go back to where you picked up the side mission and go and pick up a second copy of the cat carrier. And because you've completed the mission, it actually won't let you start the mission even during the tutorial. So now the mission item is stuck in your inventory permanently. Let's see. Cowboy robot action figure. Something or other in the desert. It's actually a rather short mission because it's one of those things where go here, find the thing, go there, find this other thing. I think there's like 3 different parts to it. I genuinely don't remember where this is. I want to say Canada, but I'm not sure. Gadroon language file, yeah, that's in Canada. Because that's where Dr. Charbonneau lives. Yeah, that literally has Hunter Patriot written all over it.
I will hold the portal open as long as I can. Hurry and stop him.
You are too late, foolish heroes. The celestial dragon has granted me its blessing.
Now you shall bear witness to my ascension!
Anyways, moving on. Yeah, this is the machine gun everything to death build because it just made sense for a Terminator to do that.
With the power of the Dragon's Eye, I'll be all but unstoppable. After I deal with you, I will conquer Millennium City and bring its heroes to their knees.
Okay, so this guy's good at long-range offense, so I'm going to stay out of the circle and hit the bell, and then I really think summoned minions are immune to the chi build-up effect. Yeah, don't stand under the bell when you know that the circle's going to come, so that the circle doesn't actually spawn under the bell. Although, in theory, you don't really need to worry about being under the... If you stay in the exact center. Okay, it was Terminator 3 where Arnie's character used a minigun. But yeah, I was just using whichever weapons happen to be reasonably effective in doing DPS with munitions. And then, yeah, it's more like choose the powers based on what's good, and then choose the weapon visuals based on what fits the Terminator.
No! This cannot be!
So I went with things that are, you know, conventional weapons from real-world things. Having a trooper bot as a sidekick was actually just like a really funny idea, because like it's the closest thing to Terminators in
Thank you for subduing
Champions.
him. He would have torn the earth and sky asunder with such power. Let us take him back to our
Oh, Jason
and
versus
I
the
will seal the
Terminator.
gateway.
Okay, so I guess you're referring to the original Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. That's one of those things where it's just like, does the Terminator actually know how to kill Jason? Because if the Terminator doesn't know how to kill Jason, then it'll eventually get worn down and broken. But if he does, well, you know, in terms of actual, like, physical strength, I don't think either one of them has a major advantage over the other. Jason's less creative when it comes to using weapons. Okay, Jason does improvised weapons more than the Terminator does, but just, what's the best way to put this? Doesn't really strategize the same way the Terminator does when it comes to using weapons. Yeah, well. I've actually been at this almost 2 hours now. What else do I have? You know, I'm going to look and see if I have, just to double check to see if anyone else, or, okay, not if anyone else is, but I know I have at least one character who still has Vigilance open. Oh, wait, this character needs Red Banner too. Okay. And this is why I'm checking, because I can't remember all of that stuff. Actually, I'm thinking about this again. It's like, it doesn't make sense. I vaguely recalled it as being Save the Earth that I needed. Whatever. Yeah, freedom isn't free. But one of the dailies for the 4th of July event, I forgot to finish it last year. It's still waiting for Liberty Guard to come back. Will it expire? Probably. It'll expire the day the day that the event goes live, which will probably be in a week or two. Yes, like, Jason is functionally unkillable. However, Jason can be forced into inactivity. Like, the way I understand is, like, one of the best things you can do with Jason is actually just to, like, tie him up and drown him, apparently. Because, like, Jason's greatest fear is apparently drowning, which seems strange, but given that he lurks in the water. But I guess it's one of those things where, me personally, I don't actually have a fear of, you know, taking a bath, but, you know, I would definitely be scared if I was, you know, tied to something underwater. That would be a lot different than just, you know, standing in water because it's fun. Which I kind of suspect could be the factor there, is because I know a lot of people who have vertigo, but only when they're on a high thing that feels unstable. Like, if they're on something that's just unstable enough to wobble, that causes them to have a panic attack.
I will hold the portal open as long as I can.
The height on in and of itself, though, no.
Too late, foolish heroes. The celestial dragon has granted me its blessing.
Can I skip this cutscene? No.
Now you shall bear witness to my
This is interesting, though, because, like, this force field gate thing, at one point in time, wasn't actually in the mission to prevent you from getting into the end area early. Yeah, I should use the number 3 ability more. It's an AoE. 6 ability is like my best sustained damage ability, but
with the power of the dragon's eye, I'll be all but unstoppable. After I deal with you, I will conquer Millennium City.
don't know about everyone with
bring
Asperger's,
its
but
heroes to their knees.
yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, one really cool thing about this map is that Taco Fangs never finished it. Why is that important? Well, see, certain features that were apparently planned to exist on the map don't. One of them is actually something that I'm standing on right now. like, why does it have that weird, swirly, mossy kind of ground texture? That doesn't make sense for a surface that you're expecting people to stand on. My conclusion is that when Taco Fangs originally built this map, his plan was actually to have these be like koi ponds.
No! This cannot be!
Yeah, I actually have it apply Bane on my third ability. It's just fights like this, he just keeps running out of range of it. So I use the 6 ability. I'll show you what I mean
Such power was not for
after this
one
cutscene's
such as
over,
you.
because there is
Thank
part
you
of
for
it in
subduing
here.
him.
It's like
He
here
would have
in this
torn
scene,
the
it's just a
earth and
weird
sky
ground
asunder with
texture.
such
It doesn't
power.
make
Let
sense.
us take him back to our world.
It
and
looks
I
like
will seal the
distorted
gateway
and
behind
warped
you.
and like it's not what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't really tell you what it's supposed to be. Oh, wait. My henchman got KO'd. I didn't turn her off. She got KO'd. Interesting. Anyways, so we need to come back over here because there's 3 of these ground islands that are at least, you know, mostly complete. There's that thing over there with that pagoda on it that you can't go to or even look at. Maybe if you were to figure out how to do this in demo record. But this one, though, when you stop and look at the water, at this, you actually see a water ripple. Yeah, this looks like it's a water surface. It doesn't look like ground. So it's creating this optical illusion that you're standing on a shallow pool of water, which, when you go to the sides, suddenly makes sense when you look at the fact that there's these little, like, waterfall things coming off of the sides of the platforms. I've never been able to even see what's up there. I'm guessing that pagoda has something similar in it. Well, Taco Fangs mentioned years ago that this was one of those maps that he'd wished he'd had more time to finish, and for reasons just never actually made a finished version of it. Which is the reason why they disabled travel powers in there. It's not actually that the like quest okay, there is actually like issues with quest progression in that one, where, you know, they used to have an issue with bypassing all of the quest and just skipping straight to the end. But also it's the fact that when you were flying around in that map, it looked broken as heck and janky. Nah, it wasn't a jump puzzle. It was actually just it was supposed to be just a weird, cool, ethereal realm. That was actually the entire idea. Is that, like, the original version of it did let you use travel powers. They disabled the travel powers as a, like, way to prevent people from cheesing the map and skipping straight to the final boss fight, originally. Then they realized that people could still do that anyways by using stealth abilities to avoid fighting any of the enemies, so they added that force field thing at the gate. So that you have to kill all of his minions before the force field drops and you can enter the boss of the arena. Well, I mean, honestly, all they really needed to do was put a force field dome over the boss fight arena, so that doesn't go down until all of the mooks are dead. And, you know, that sounds easy enough. Thing is, though, so part of the reason why they didn't just run with that is that I've screwed around in that one enough times to know just how weird it gets when you aren't in the areas that are the, shall we say, approved walking paths. Going outside those, there are ledges you can climb on that will let you climb outside the area that you're really supposed to be in. Yeah, it gets very, very strange. Because, like, the entire thing that castle that Hypan is fought in front of is just a paper target, or front. It doesn't have a back. There's no top to it. There's just a front, like a cardboard cutout of a building. And of course, people who can fly around the map will see that, and that's also part of the reason why you may not have noticed, but you can't view the mini-map in that one. Okay, let's go back and double check. Like, I did Lotna, so I'll leave Lotna this time. So I don't remember checking to see if Nelko needed it. Nelko has it listed too. Okay. There's no way that I had that many characters have Red Banner as their last one. Yeah, it must be that it changed which one was the one that I didn't have marked as completed. Okay, well, whatever. Here, I'll do it again, and you can look at the mini-map that way. Oh, there's another trick. This is one of those tricks that a lot of people don't know exists. The ChemDisk command will let you look at the world from a perspective that is unnatural. Oh yes, you can do this in Hypan. Back when I was trying to compile data for the Champions Wiki, I used this to create an overhead view of the entire Hypan arena. And when you look at that overhead view, there are certain things you will notice that you won't see normally. Also, 125 is actually not a particularly large number. There are larger numbers that are valid. To be quite honest, I think the extent of the ChemDisk thing is actually just whatever your computer can handle displaying. Also, it gives you low detail objects if you're outside of your detail settings, which is why this thing looks so weird, is that it's showing me the low detail version of it. See, it's like when I change the angle to look closer, it looks normal because I'm seeing the regular version of it, not the long-range, barely visible idea version of it. Yeah, because this is what the detail draw distance thing controls, is how many polys your computer uses to render things that are on the other side of the map from you. Like, it doesn't want to use full detail to draw the hospital over here because you're nowhere near the hospital. Why would you do that? But running the camera out to this distance can cause it to exceed your terrain detail draw settings so that it forces everything into low detail mode. And quite frankly, I don't want to turn that up while I'm streaming because it really does eat into the system processing power. Wow, it actually made this texture here turn square. Weird. It does some very strange things sometimes. Anyways, though, I am going to play the Hypan thing with the camera zoomed way out, and thus that will let us see things that we would normally not see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can put the camera into giving me an angle so I can look into that pagoda. Okay, so
I will hold the portal open as long as I can. Hurry and
yeah, see the pagoda I was talking about is
You
over
are
there.
too late, foolish heroes. The celestial dragon has granted me its blessing.
See, I think I'm going to need to set this to
shall bear
500.
witness to my ascension!
I am not setting that to 2500. 2500 is flipping insane. 500 is that. 500 did not finish zooming out. Okay, that is what the pagoda looks like. And now we know. Alrighty, moving on. I am at least going to participate in this. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I switched this character's build. I accidentally used an ability that causes you to somersault backwards. And due to the way my character was positioned, it started having me... Oh, cripes. I actually genuinely can't see. The terrain detail distance is... It was actually zooming out so far that it stops drawing my character. So I need to use a low angle looking down in order to be able to see my character.
With the power of the dragon's eye, I'll be all but unstoppable. After I deal with you, I will
You know, the
conquer
pagoda
Varangian
thing
City
is...
and bring its heroes.
I think it's actually just there for extraneous decoration. Because when you look around this map, you'll see several extra islands. But that is a very, very detailed one. So it's hard to be sure. Like, also, look at the Celestial Dragon. That island there that the Celestial Dragon has as his hole is also something that is particularly interesting because it has this black void in it that you can never see the bottom of because all that's drawn is a black void. I can't tell whether I'm inside the circle of death or not. If I start taking damage, I'll assume I am, but oh hey, there. If I move the camera so that it clips into the gate, then that will zoom in. Because like if you look over there, there's that little tower thingy. That's a relatively low detail object, and a fish pond on that little island to the side there. And I'm okay. I guess I was standing in the circle of death. Okay, good to know. Yes, helpful damage floaters, letting me know what happened to me. Oh, also, I think this starting area here does actually have the water effect on it, because you can see it has the same color viewed at this angle. That doesn't, though. And, like, look here. It's like you see, it's like, there is actually a back to this object. It's just that it's not... There's nothing to look at back there. I would have finished him off before I finished walking back anyways. That's another thing about this that's annoying, because the fact you can't use travel powers, you can't use acrobatics either. So you have to go with the slowest possible walking speed in the game.
Such power was not
One
for
thing that I
such
figured
as
out,
you.
though, is that it
Thank you
is
for
actually
subduing
possible
him.
to jump
would have torn
to
the
the
earth and
island where the
sky
dragon
asunder with
lives,
such power. Let
but
us take him
that
back to
island
our
doesn't
world,
have
and
collision.
I will seal the gateway behind us.
You will fall straight through it into the void. Oh, hey, here's an object that's dropped. Yeah, that's like the only loot you can get here is the dragon's fangs. But it is worth picking up. So, what does the backside of the castle look like, huh? Oh, hello, I actually got real loot this time. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, it's like you have these little like side things here. Let's see here. Run over here. You can actually jump over this railing. The only thing stopping you from going that way is the fact that you will fall off the mountain. See there. Oh, the tree has collision. That's why. Yeah, see, that is the backside of the castle. But it's one of those things where you're really not meant to be flying around the backside of the castle. So, you know. Okay. Wait a second. Where did I get a Nemesis clue from? Huh. Oh yeah, what did I pick up? Oh, it is the permanent dragon staff device. It's a neat toy. I actually do use this on one of my builds because that particular character has a lot of things tied up in crowd control and healing abilities, so she doesn't have very many things that are offensive abilities, so I gave her a dragon staff to add a little bit more punch offensively. Okay, let's just check, see if I have any other characters that need to do that. Whether it's a bug or not causing my characters to show the high pan alert as the last thing that they need for the vigilance thing, I'm going to complete it anyways. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Kaiserin intentionally doing stuff to get people to get rid of it so that people don't have it lurking in progress still. Anyways, so let's see here. Phantasma. Looks like Phantasma completed it. Okay. Yeah, Phantasma is the character I was talking about. Most of her abilities are, you know, not that. Pyrana. I don't remember looking at see which ones Pyrana had. Oh, no. Pyrana actually does have Save the Earth as her final one, which is what I thought most of the characters had as their final one. So, not doing that. Can't do that right now. That one's next week. Okay, so that's character number 6. Character number 7 is... and I'll skip. She has 2 different ones waiting, but... or 3, actually. But not this one. Whatever. Moving on. Okay, Leah... also no. $19, let's see here. Alright. Farewell. Okay, this character has saved the Earth. Maybe I did really have more than one character have Red Banner as their last one and just forgot. Whatever. Okay, so this is 2020, 2020. Again, save the Earth, which is what I thought. Why someone is shooting the teddy? There are creepy reasons for people shooting the teddy, and I don't really feel like attempting to explain them. It's complicated. Okay, 2020. Oh wait, I forgot to do him. Whoops. Yeah, 2022. Yeah, he was 2019. Oops, skipped him. He also has saved the Earth. If I remember right, the actual logic behind the teddy being there was that Kaiserin actually put it there solely so that people could look at weapon visuals while doing character customization. Info. Vigilance. Okay, this is the new Vigilance, not the old Vigilance. For some reason, I'm like halfway finished with Operation Demon Flame on this character. But at some point, people realized that certain objects, when brought near the teddy, would do something weird. And it's part of the whole like creepy pasta thing that Kaiserin added to the game as a sort of like an meta whatever puzzle, where the idea was you have like dozens of players working to figure it out because one player alone would never be able to figure out what all of the clues went to. Oh, to my understanding, it's not completed yet, or like players haven't figured out what all of the stages are yet. And one of the key things with the creepy stuff is apparently something that people manage to find randomly out of order, and that is not supposed to be in the order it is in. Here, I'll show you one of the other ones. It's a simple one that's easy to demonstrate by the fact that it's actually visible 24/7 and inactive. It does something bizarre when it's active, and activating it requires you to find something at random that's hard. I'm just going to say that it's hard to find. Okay, there's a mission in Vibora that you can get over at the High Apostolic Church called Sammy's Dollies. If you find one of Sammy's Dollies and fight it when you don't have the mission, it'll give you an arcade token. Okay, what do you do with the arcade token? You take it to the arcade, and you plug it into this machine here that says play. Notice how the machine is named Socrates and doesn't actually have the name of a video game on it, not even a fake video game. See, like this one here said Fight Area, which, you know, looks like one of those old Tank Commander sort of games. Steve's Justice. I'm genuinely not even sure what the heck that's supposed to be. It's just got weird things on the screen. Rocket Requirement, the old Missile Command game. Here we have an arcade version of Champions. Yeah, that has actual screenshots from Champions Online shoved into Champions Online. Team Buttress, which is seemingly a pastiche of Team Fortress. Does that doll hiding behind the thing actually do anything? I have no idea. Left for Lunch is a parody of the Left 4 Dead games. Space rocks. You know, asteroids. None of these are actually playable. Oh, also, yes, it is possible to get the Fenny animatronic to do something. I don't remember how. Moon Crasher, yeah, there was an old Moonlander arcade game years ago. And, you know, that's actually another thing is that most of these games, you'll see here, there's multiples of them. And these are just props that the game uses anywhere in the game where they want to have arcade cabinets. They'll use these specific arcade cabinets that are pre-built assets. Oh, hey, look, there's a lure object you can talk to. Or read, I guess. Nothing weird about this. Perfectly normal lure object. No, seriously. The lure object actually has nothing to do with the creepy thing. It's actually part of the Vibora Bay history perk. This thing, on the other hand, I don't remember if this character actually has a token. Let's find out. Yeah, I don't have a token, so it won't do the thing. If I did have a token, it would do weird things. Make the screen go all jittery and stuff. And display some rather bizarre messages that are clues to some other part of the creepy thing. And each time you do this, you get a perk. Let's see if I actually have any of the creepy perks on this character. Collection. I don't think so. Oh, this is my character's title. Yeah, okay. Event, none of the event things. Series, Rogues Gallery, PvP. Open missions, Onslaught, Nemesis, Lore. Okay, lore and knowledge actually would kind of make sense. I do, however, recall that they have some very strange... You know what, screw it. I just go the all collection. Okay, so these are related to the murder bug from the FoxBetCon event. Yeah, defeat 50 of its minions. And it gives you a perk. So that's not what we're looking for. It's like, well, also this is a unique icon that's only used for perks related to the anniversary version of the Mega Bug monster. That's actually not... Well, okay, that's creepy in the regular sense, but it's not creepy in the sense of the in-game meta mystery thing. Again, this is nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, so let's see if I can find something that is actually one of the creepy perks. I know I've done it on at least one character. This is one of my newer characters, though, so it actually kind of makes sense for me to not have done it on this character. Oh, that board is referring to the rock in Save the Earth. You actually get perks for kicking the rock around. If I remember right, the perk icons I'm looking for are really just question marks. Or like slightly decorated question marks or something. Yeah, this game has so many perks in it that it's... actually getting all of them would be a serious challenge, especially the fact that some of them are tied to doing damage types. some of them are enemy kill perks for enemies that aren't actually all that easy to find, and several of them are event perks. Yeah, like actually, at one point in time, actually was helping someone grind out a perk, which was for taking sonic damage. He wanted people to hit him with attacks that did sonic damage so that he could work on the perk for taking sonic damage. I think that's what it was anyways. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure I got that right. Yeah, not seeing it here. Also, one thing with the game is that if the game will do this thing where it only shows you as in progress perks that you have at the very least started working on, which for a lot of perks is something that's super trivial. However, like for this one, it's like owning a taco will add this to your list, even though you haven't hit anyone with one. This, though, it actually just gives you this one. Because, like, they're related to lockbox things, so they wanted to let everyone see that they exist. But some of them, you have to actually start the process of completing the perk before it'll even show you that the perk exists. And if I remember right, that's actually the way all of the creepy perks work. Oh, this is interesting. I forgot this existed. Huh. Yeah, I don't see it here. Okay, so I'm going to switch to my first character. Actually, you know what? I'm going to oh yeah, I actually did check on TA tonight. Okay, so I'm going to switch to Sing. Like, she's the one that it's my oldest character, so the weird story things. Yeah, see, like the 11th anniversary thing, 9th anniversary thing. Those are perks that you can't get now, and if you don't have them, it just doesn't show you that they exist. It twitched. It twitched because of the fact that it loaded something. Oh yeah, also, some of my characters actually went to the time and effort of getting the Moonstruck perk. This isn't one of them. This character I just have done that so many times on this character that oh. What? There's a perk for dealing 10 million damage to Cybermine's firewalls? Okay. That's interesting. Oh yeah, Above and Beyond is complete the Project Steelhead adventure pack. It jumped again. It still hasn't finished loading the entire list. Oh, received toxic damage. Easy way, stand in front of Mama Dino, the most powerful source of toxic damage in the entire game. See if it's finally finished loading the entire list. Nope. Did it again. Okay. Oh, right. This is something that Kaiserin added to the game when she revamped the dev contest open missions to give you the account coins. And I haven't done that on this character yet. Alright, I'll scroll down, see if it's finally done loading everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Really? Again? This is a perk that is kind of hard. This is the one for doing Therakiel's actual lair. I did actually pull that off once on this character. Oh, yeah, okay, that tracks. It finally gave me the one for 50. Is it done yet? We'll find out soon. Nope. You know, I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom of the list. For some reason I want to say that they're down there, but I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, this is for the April Fool's 2023 Foxbat Con open mission, specifically for doing that open mission. You don't need to do the daily 5 times, just participate in the open mission to get open mission credit 5 times. And a whole bunch of things that are perks for various action figures. Oh yeah, the sub things that are the pieces that are like cut off to be alerts. I don't have that. Yeah, this character I did most of the Vibora-based stuff on. And yeah, apparently I set undead as... Actually, I don't even remember if those are my undead minions, because this will actually count allied undead minions that you run into in Nimcon. Because when you do Nimcon, the whoever is the fifth nemesis you fight will spawn whatever that player had set as their nemesis minions in a rather large number. And mowing those down will give you defeat nemesis minion perks. The Vladik Darkul part, yeah, I don't have that yet. Okay, oh. Right, anything that has that particular frame is Nightmare Invasion, I guess. What's this? Oh, Valyrian Scarlet, right. Because Valyrian Scarlet is a magic user and she decides to help Thrakiel instead of fighting him like almost everyone else who is sane. Oh, those are the LTS perks. Yeah, that fracks. 4 Vampire Nemesis minions. Only 4. Okay. I don't remember which one that was. Oh, I need to find the About the Crowns of Crim thing in Timbler's orders. I have most of the parts of this perk. Oh, I have some of the things for that set. What on earth is that? Okay, yet another one of the Nemesis kill perks. Cyberlord robots. I think there's only one mission in the entire game where you can fight Cyberlord robots at all. Ah, boy. Having a kill perk for them is a bit weird. Literally have to just, like, rewind that mission repeatedly. Page perks. Oh, Clefothic Horrors. Yeah, I haven't actually done Clefothic stuff on this character much, I guess, if I only have 172 kills for them. Oh, the portal costume transformation. Oh, that's what that's about. Oh. Oh, here's one of them. This is one of the creepy perks. I think this might actually be the one that you get for interacting with that arcade machine. Nope, nope, nope. Notice how the description is a binary text string in 8-bit binary. That actually can be translated into, you know, letters. I'm trying to remember this. Ugh. Okay. So the first position here, let's see, is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, so it's 20. $64 plus 20, so that's 84. Let's see here. ASCII code, let's see here. A is 65. So, this is 65 plus 19, so that would make this a T. Okay, so 84 is T. I know this is something that people have actually posted on the forums about, but I don't remember what it said. So, and I would have to, you know, log into the forum to hunt it down. I don't feel like doing that right now. Okay, so let's see here. 64 plus 32, that's 96. Plus 8. 104, I think. There's a separate section in the ASCII code for uppercase and lowercase. I think this is probably a lowercase thing, and I just... I don't remember what would be the lowercase a, though. Because, like, the uppercase A is 65. Lowercase a is... I think it's 65 plus 32. What's 65 plus 32? 97? Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. So if A is 97, this would be 7 after that, which would be H. Okay, so, let's see here. This one would be 96 plus 5, so 101. Let's see here. That would be 3 less than H. So H, G, F, E. Which T-H-E, that's actually a word. And this next one here, that is 32. Character 32 in ASCII is a space. So this is just space. So delineating the next word. Okay, so this here is another E. Because, again, character 101 is always E. Okay, this is a different character. Let's see here. Ow. You know what? Oh, right. It just gives me the letter of the alphabet if I don't bother with the first 3 letters. Right, of course. Okay, 16, 8. No. That's 2, 4, 8. Oh, right. 14. Character 14 is in. Lowercase n, though. This is character 4, I think. Another space. Let's see here. Let's see, this would be 9. Nine would be an I. Three. 19. Character number 19 would be S. So what do we have so far? The and is okay, and that's another space. Let's see here. 2, 4, 8. And 1, 8. That's 9. I. 1, 2, 4. That's G. H. Okay, note this character here. That's a punctuation symbol, and I am not able to remember which one. But it's probably an exclamation point or a period. So, what this says is the nope binary is the end is 9. Yes, I am a ridiculous enough nerd to be able to do binary in my head, but whatever. I kind of actually had that as a job thing years ago. Whoops. Anyway, so, let's see if we can find any more of those. I think I have more than one creepy perk on this character, but I'm genuinely not sure. Oh my, I am only 104 from the 1000 point kill perk on Black Aces. Huh. Okay. An Elderworm kill perk actually has a description of the Elder Worms. Well, you actually got the same thing when you decoded it, right? Because, like, I got the end is nigh by translating it the hardest way imaginable. It is interesting that the Elder Worm kill perk actually has a description of the Elder Worms and what they are built into the kill perk. Oh, no, that's a Cybermind perk. Okay. This is interesting that they went to that much work making a unique icon for that particular dev CC. It has its own unique frame and stuff. That's just an exploration perk. I don't actually remember the specific location. I think it's the Dark Moon Forest somewhere. Yes, the kill perk for Cybermind's computer program enemies. There's actually a story mission you can run for this one, so you don't have to do the queue thing. But there's only like one of them. Oh yeah, the get killed perks. Oh, yeah, okay. That was another one of the Dev CC perks. Okay, maybe that is the only one of the creepy perks I have on this character. Huh. I wonder if you could find the arcade tokens on the exchange. As far as I understand, they're not bound at all. Costume change tokens. Oh. There is one. One and only one on the exchange for sale. The token that you need to activate that arcade machine for the creepy perk. I'm going to leave it there. Somebody else can have that. Alrighty, well, it's almost up to 3 hours now, so I'm going to get out. This has been fun, and screwing around with creepy perks is particularly hilarious because, oh, just look it up in the forum thread, trying to explain all of it since I haven't actually paid any attention to it for years. That would take, I would have to look it up, honestly. The stuff that people have done trying to solve the creepy perks is impressive, to say the least. Oh wait, it's almost time for Kigatilic. Fine. I guess I'll do Kiga, then go. I know, kind of ironic. This character was at Kigatilic previously. Yeah, see, I have 2 parts of the virtuous thing need the offense item. So, transport to links is full. "6 minutes. This character